Hey friend, hey! Welcome to the Unpopular Realist Podcast. This is your safe place, and it is a guarantee that you will be getting your life together each and every week. Are you ready? Well, buckle up and let's go. It is now time for the thoughts of the week. I think I'm finna pop my thoughts off with this little money mantra. Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. And every time it chings, money comes to me. It all flows in so abundantly from the top, left, right, and up under me. Wave, 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 I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made. Flowing in and out, plus money saved. Debt, all debt is paid. Y'all, we already on episode 7. I can't believe that I have 19 more months in my 20s. I need to go on a little trip or something.
Talk your shit, B. Talk your shit, B. Talk your shit, B.
Hey, friends. Now look, it's one more week left in this month. So for those of us who made a New Year resolution for losing weight or becoming more healthy, I need y'all to check in on Facebook or Instagram and tell me how the fuck that is going for you. Today's episode is called Healthy Self. However, there is a little wordplay involved, so this episode actually have 2 titles. So the second one is Heal Thyself. You dig? But just to be brief, I myself have decided to take my health more serious this year. The steps I have taken to do so is reducing my intake of meat to twice a week. I still practice intermittent fasting and I take a step class. Well, I be doing it at home. Shout out to Extreme Hip Hop Stepping with Phil. I'm going to see how this goes, so y'all be on my ass now. When people talk about being healthy, everybody seems to focus on the physical state of being healthy. There's nothing wrong with it, but I ain't no personal trainer, so you ain't here for that today. I'm here for your mental health and your spiritual health. These are both important factors in your everyday living. So tap in with me and let me know how's your mental. We focus so much on detoxing our bodies, but we neglect our mental. How old are you? Think about all of the trauma life lessons, relationships, memories, and conversations you've had in your lifetime. That's a hell of a lot of things that we have stored. We even have things that we have locked away in our memory bank that we never want to remember. Just as we dedicate time to clean our physical, we're going to take this time right now to detox our mental. We've heard of learned behaviors. We all have them. One thing we need to do is to work towards unlearning certain behavior patterns. Most of us wouldn't voluntarily admit that they're toxic or have toxic ways. I can't speak on what your toxic traits are. Transparently speaking, we all have them though. I was at a place where I wasn't willing to admit that I was toxic in one way or another. Pinpointing your flaws and taking actions to correct them is a way to release that toxic mentality. Forgive and release. There is no benefit to you by holding on to it. We tend to worry about a lot of things, whether it is important or not. You do not need to keep all of that on your mental. An alternative is to just jot down everything that bothers you throughout the day and take some time out to go over it. What you will find out is the fears weren't important, or if they were, create a plan to address the situation. My personal favorite thing to do is journaling. That's my safe space. I can release all of my feelings and thoughts without judgment. Anything that comes to mind, I write it down whether it has significance or not. And when I'm done, I feel a whole lot better. I feel free, light, without worries. I know now we don't enjoy going outside as much as we did growing up, but going outside allows you to gain clarity and relax. Oftentimes, you are able to put things of importance into perspective. We are all in an era now where we are all social media crazy. We have FOMO. So if you hear somebody say FOMO or FOMO, that means The fear of missing out. We have the fear of missing out if we're not in the know. But what we aren't realizing is that we are faced with so many different energies on social media, and we don't have to be in close contact for that transfer of energy. I'm not going to say get off social media, but you need to unfollow anybody that ain't added anything positive to your life. Sure, we all love entertainment, but we have to keep positive people and people of substance around us. Speaking of that, clean out your phone contacts too. I know how I was. I hated cleaning out my contacts. I always made an excuse of why I shouldn't delete their phone number or text thread. But the crazy thing is, I don't even save people's number anymore. Doing this helps you avoid the temptation to call somebody again. It will remind you of how far you have really come and will help offer a sense of closure. Take a day for yourself and without that damn phone too. Leave that shit at home or somewhere. Enjoy some me time without interruptions of your phone. Being accessible all the time is draining. Disconnect for a while. Your mind needs peace. You also need to be mindful about who you share your time with, who you connect with, and who you vent to. This can have a huge impact on your life and your well-being. Like the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. You become who you spend time with. Now, we all have that one friend who always like to keep a sheet and talk about everything. You have to commit to protecting your mental space just like you protect anything else that matters. You gotta be for real about your mental space, so commit to being the most grounded, peaceful person you can be. And stop letting any damn thing grab and keep your attention. Now, I done gave you a few ways to keep your mental intact. And if at any point you feel that you need to see a professional, have no shame in doing so. Now, let's talk about our spiritual health for a moment. This really ties in with the mental as they're both internal. Now, as a spiritual person, I know that I am a healer. Even as a kid, I've healed people around me. The question is, who healed the healer? Healers need to be healed too. What do we do when our cup is empty and we have poured all that we have into everyone else? If you're like me, you find yourself healing yourself. You have taken those same words that you used to enlighten and build others up with and use them on yourself. On this journey, I have learned to separate myself from those who aren't of my equivalents because time and time again, I found myself in a situation where I had done what I was called to do. Being around people daily who needed my energy, whether big or small, my energy was used. And when I was empty, I couldn't rely on them to pour into me in return. I had to muster up the fumes to go to my happy space and meditate, do my affirmations, and find my peace again. To avoid spiritual draining, again, be mindful of the company you keep. Believe it or not, you could be sitting around passing out your precious energy to leeches, and they'll suck everything out of you. People will get attached to you because you are fulfilling them in ways that are new to them. You ever wonder why your ex won't leave you alone? It ain't because he loves and misses you. If that was the case, y'all would have still been together. They sit in your face and say it's just something about you. Crazy thing is, they can't even tell you what the hell it is about you. So allow me to tell you. It's your energy. It's not that they miss and love you. It's the energy you were giving them that is missed and loved because that motherfucker was a leech. Anyway, you have to discover who you are and what you possess within. We all have energy. We all have a calling, but when we are in situations where our energies are mishandled, we have no help to build us up. In some instances, we do. Some of us are lucky enough to have a spiritual guide. Y'all got me. And those of us who don't, we have to heal thyself in order to be our healthy self. Y'all, this has been a deep episode, but I would be fake as fuck if I have you on this journey with me and not take into consideration your mental and your spiritual health. We healing, growing, and glowing. And we can't do that if we don't heal ourselves to be our healthy self.
So what you saying is
For this episode, we have a review, and this review comes from Jaleesa in Columbus, Georgia. This review is via Facebook, and it reads, "Not me listening to your podcast talking back like we're on the phone. I love the fact that it sounds so natural, like we're having a candid conversation. I'm so proud of you for doing this. Now let me stop crying and go to bed. I love you so much, Queen, and I am grateful to watch you grow and excel on this journey. We need this. We need you." Yes, honey. You can talk back to me. I felt you in my spirit. Thank you so much for your kind words, love muffin. Listen, just as much as you need me, I need y'all too. But it's time to let this stuff marinate. Y'all know when the beat drop what to do. Let's get our breathing together. So go ahead and inhale and exhale 3 times and make sure you are letting go of that toxicity, okay? Let it go this week. This week affirmation will focus on the heart chakra, and that's the blue chakra. I know y'all done got y'all breaths in, so let's get started. Being honest will free me from my current situation. I alone am accountable for expressing myself clearly. I have access to my higher self for guidance and support. Being honest will free me from my current situation. I alone am accountable for expressing myself clearly. I have access to my higher self for guidance and support. Being honest will free me from my current situation. I alone am accountable for expressing myself clearly. I have access to my higher self for guidance and support.
Here, a little sprinkle of joy.
Make your life a masterpiece. Imagine no limitations on what you can be, have, or do. Go forth with a clear heart and mind. Protect them as you would precious jewels. You are the master of your state of being. We need you to be healthy so that you can heal. And don't let them damn leeches suck you dry. Aw, damn. We've arrived at the end of the show. So let me leave you with a few things to do. Make sure you have subscribed to this podcast. And if you have, make sure you rate and review today's episode. And to keep up with the latest podcast update, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at The Unpopular Realist. Y'all ain't gotta leave, but you got to get the hell up off of here. So until next time, friend. And remember, if don't nobody love you, I do.